Missouri House Speaker Pro Tem Denny Hoskins is a two-term representative from Warrensburg. Just this week, he filed to officially run for the state Senate. Representative Hoskins is our guest for this week, and I start our conversation on the topic of former Mizzou assistant professor Melissa Click. He says, in his opinion, her termination is justified.
I think her actions have been embarrassing, not only to the institution, but to the state of Missouri.
Do you think it's the right thing to do for the General Assembly to threaten funds for the university over a personnel issue?
You know, what we have is we have power of the purse. And when I go back home and talk to my constituents, many of which are MU alumni, they think that we need to do something. Power of the purse is one of the few options that we do have.
And in general, overall, how long do you think it'll be before the trustees are installed and Mizzou is back on track? You
know, our President Pro Tem, Ron Richard, has said that he will not appoint any, or the Senate will not confirm anyone new to the Board of Curators until next session after we've had a new governor. So Governor Nixon may try and do something. He may appoint someone in the interim, but it will be at least next January before those appointees would be considered to be affirmed by the Senate.
Sounds a little reminiscent of the Supreme Court with the president right now.
Yes, it does. It does.
All right. HB 2029, step therapy for prescription drugs. This is important to you.
Yes.
And why is it so important? First of all, tell us what it is.
You know, 2029 deals with step therapy. And when we talk about step therapy with prescription drugs, right now, many times, let's say you're a diabetic, and when the first time you're diagnosed with diabetes, they may start you off on tier 1 called metformin. Let's say metformin doesn't work. You tried it for 3 months. It doesn't lower your blood sugar. You go to step 2. That might be a drug called Januvia. Januvia doesn't work. You go to step 3, Invokana. Invokana works. Well, let's say that you change jobs or you change prescription benefit managers, and they say, oh, okay, well, you've got to go back and try metformin again, that step 1 drug. You say, hey, I've already tried metformin. It didn't work. Well, it's too bad. You know, we reclassified the level of drugs, tier drugs, and so you have to try that again. Well, after you tried that for 3 months, it doesn't work again. Then they want you to try Januvia. Well, let's say that doesn't work again in order to get to that third step, Invokana. What my bill basically says is, hey, if you've gone through the steps, you've tried medicine 1, it didn't work. You tried medicine 2, it didn't work. You finally get to medicine 3 and it works. You should not have to go back to step 1 should a situation change in your insurance. I think that's only fair.
Why is this so important to you?
You know, I'm a diabetic, and I was diagnosed about 1.5 years ago with type 2 diabetes, but I'm on my step 3 drug right now, and it works. But I think the overwhelming majority of Missourians, whether you have MS, whether you have Alzheimer's, whether you have diabetes, I think the overwhelming majority would agree that, hey, if you've already gone through those steps and you're stabilized on a drug, should something change with your prescription benefit manager, that you should not have to go back and try that step 1 drug again. You know, we just want people to be healthy, and I think that the two people that know best about what drugs you should be on are yourself and your doctor, not the prescription benefit manager.
1870, House Bill 1870, get off my back.
Yes.
It's a bill to keep big government, as you say, off your back. Tell us about that one.
Yes, House Bill 1870, Big Government Get Off My Back Act. This is a bill that I actually passed, I believe around 6-7 years ago. And it says no new rules or regulations on our small businesses. Small businesses are classified as those with 50 employees or less. You know, let's let those small businesses concentrate on marketing and selling their product, not on new burdensome governmental paperwork. And the next step for 1870, currently it's passed out of the House. It's sitting over in the Senate and waiting for a hearing in Senator Will Krause's committee.
You're optimistic?
I'm very optimistic. This was one of the bills that was on the Senate calendar last year waiting to be passed, and then the Senate had a filibuster the last couple of weeks and unfortunately did not make it across the finish line.
Speaker Pro Tem Hoskins, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad to be here.